What up, Jam fans? Welcome to Jam Talk, spelt J-A-M-T-O-K. That is not how it's spelled. No, it is not. But today we are going to talk about something that we both really enjoy. Video games. Video games. We want to talk about the best video games of all time, at least in our opinion. And I'm sure that a lot of you will share these opinions because, I mean, if it's a great game, everybody should know about it. Some of these games, actually, we're going to talk about. I think there are going to be some that I talk about that are very unheard of, and maybe
something you got to know about us is we are thinking in terms of type of games. We are huge Nintendo fans.
Yeah. I got a Yoshi shirt on right now.
I have a lot of Nintendo shirts. They're all dirty. I wear them so much.
So Nintendo's probably going to be the prime, or things on the Nintendo platform are probably going to be the prime because we've never really owned another system. I don't know.
I think the first system we ever played with was a Super Nintendo.
Yeah, Super Nintendo. Mom and Dad both had that.
Yeah, and then she had the Game Boy Color, and then we all ended up. I remember one year for my birthday. I think I was turning 6 or 5. I don't know, around there. Going to this. We went to this restaurant. It's the one with the jungle. With the
Rainforest Cafe.
Rainforest Cafe. We're in Rainforest Cafe, and I'm pretty sure this is when I get my Game Boy Advance, and with it, I get one of my favorite games for that.
Oh, is that when you got that game?
I'm pretty sure. I got Spider-Man.
Spider-Man on the Game Boy? Yeah,
that
was a good game.
For the Game Boy Advance, Spider-Man. That game was fantastic. I still own that game.
Yeah. It's a side-scroller where you're you could do web, and you could pretty much
I just remember webbing the lamps and spinning around it.
Yeah. It was a good game. And it got hard, too. I remember that. I remember it got pretty hard.
I had some difficulty there.
On the Game Boy, I really enjoyed Pokemon. I've always enjoyed Pokemon. But one of the first games I remember playing was Pokemon Silver, and I never made it past the tree. I couldn't find Cut. I couldn't find HM Cut. And I didn't know where to find it. I had to be
Which one was this?
5, 4? Silver. The original Silver.
You played the original Silver? We didn't own that.
Yeah, we did. Before you can remember, that's when I played it.
What happened to it?
I have no idea. When we moved, I lost it.
Wait, where did we get that from? Did Mom play that game?
I don't know. We should ask her that.
I didn't know Mom played Pokemon. I don't think so.
I don't think she got it. I think I got that from somebody else.
Yeah.
But that was awesome. I had a Togepi that was it knew Mud Slap, and that was the best. We could do a whole thing on Pokemon, man.
I can mud slap you. Some mud.
Lose my accuracy when I'm speaking. And then so we started on the Super Nintendo, really.
But I think the console that really got us into gaming was probably the Nintendo 64.
For you.
For me.
For you.
Okay.
Super Nintendo was my console. I played a lot.
He's 3 years older than me.
Yeah.
This guy.
I look younger, but that's because he has a
But
beard.
I'm pretty sure I'm as old as the Nintendo 64.
Did it come out in 96?
I think it came out in 96.
Wow. We're old. Yeah. We're getting old. But the Super Nintendo had some great games on it that I have to throw in. That some of my favorite games. One of my favorite games ever, Plock.
That's probably a game you've never heard of.
That is a game that nobody's ever heard of. But Plock he's this little clay guy. He's like Rayman, but I'm pretty sure he predates Rayman. So he doesn't have attached arms. He's just got floating hands and legs.
All his limbs are not attached to him.
Yeah, and he can throw them and hit people, and you fought fleas. And it was an awesome game. The soundtrack for it's really cool. It's a side scroller like Mario, and it kind of mixes Mario and Sonic the Hedgehog. It's just a game I think everybody's got to give a try. Like it's so
I think
fun.
it's got a little bit of Kirby in there too, with the powers he gets.
Oh,
every
yeah.
once in a while.
Yeah.
Little special abilities.
It's one that I wish had like taken off because it's so cool. It was a really well designed game.
Remember, you lose your limbs after a while, and you're just a body bouncing around.
Yes, yes, yes. And then you would like get the presents and be like a hunter, and then play that like
Run around with a shotgun.
Yeah, and they get a shotgun. You're like blasting fleas. It was such a fun game. And then we played multiplayer games like Mario. Like that's when we got into the Super Mario World and Yoshi's Island.
Yeah, I remember
those were great games on the Super Nintendo.
Multiplayer back then on for Mario, you didn't play at the same time.
No, you took
died
turns.
and then you'd beat the next guy's turn.
Yeah, yeah. And we had that on the Game Boy too, like the original Mario.
Oh, we did. Yeah,
Yeah, that was
hard.
Those are. They're like games today are just not.
You want to talk about hard? Mario Kart for the Super Nintendo. You go off like the road even for a second, and you're like,
can't move. Not to mention it's flat. How can you even tell where you're going?
Yeah.
Like I don't know how I did it.
Anywhere in front of
I
you.
used to be so good at that game, but now I've gone back and tried to play it since, and it's like I can't even tell what's happening. It's so, it's so flat. I can't even see where I'm at. Yeah, that was a great game. Okay, we've got to talk about some of our like personal favorite games.
You want to just split this episode up into two? This is one that we can talk about for a while.
Yeah.
I think we're not going to talk about everything in this one.
Okay, we're just going to reminisce and talk about games that we played. Okay, so I got the N64 for Max, Chloe, and our brother Aiden as a Christmas present.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it came out, like I bought it when the GameCube came out, making my purchase $12. I paid $12 for an N64 console. And we had played it at like other people's houses.
And it came with games too.
Yeah, I think Dad spent like a fortune more on the games than for the actual console.
$12?
$12.
I can't believe you even remember that.
Yeah, I remember it because it was an ad in like a Game Crazy magazine. Game Crazy was selling it for $12. Like, that's crazy now. They were crazy. They were game crazy, man.
Now their prices are freaking ridiculously crazy.
Yeah, they're expensive. And we had like so many fun games on that. That is like I think the first time we got into like Zelda.
Mm-hmm.
Ocarina of Time, which fantastic game. Again, I got stuck. It wasn't at a tree this time, like in Pokemon, but
I got stuck in a tree.
Oh yeah, you got stuck. You got stuck in the tree. I got stuck at Jabu Jabu. That's how you pronounce it?
Is that the
That's
mountain thing?
No, the big fish.
Oh.
I could not figure out how to get in the fish's mouth because that's where you go.
And
to
the
save.
pillars, the things with the freaking pillars in the water. I don't remember what that was, but it's so confusing.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, I didn't beat that game for years. Like, we're talking like a really long time until I came back once the internet got big and I could look up how to get through the game. Because I had no idea what to do. I was totally lost. It was one of the funnest things though. Like that's the thing about those old games is like there was nowhere you could go. You just had to like figure it out.
Yeah. Wait, I'm gonna stop you right there because we gotta stop, and we're gonna go into the next episode. And
We're gonna
because we're gonna split into two, I'm just gonna post this one next week. So, yeah. All right. Like if you like,
Share if you care.
and subscribe for more awesomeness.
Awesomeness. See ya.